Hey everybody, it's Max Farrell from DEXindicators.net, and we're here with one of my favorite indicators, the DEX Support and Resistance Indicator. Now, basically, what is support and resistance? Using the process of price action and some artistic common sense, you can draw out lines on a chart that will allow you to see the human element and psychological price points of any pair or asset. You can find in-depth training on support and resistance over at DEXsignals.com. As well. There's a tremendous amount of information over there. This indicator uses a process called pairing as well. We pair it up with another indicator that allows you to use, and it basically shares in that workload by placing the lines in the proper places on the chart. Basically, simply put, support is the floor and resistance is the ceiling, basically within a certain time frame. Let's go have a look. Okay, so here's a brand new chart. I'm just going to use, let's see, we can use the USD JPY or what have you. This is just completely set up as a price action chart. It's a little joke, but with basically nothing on it. When we pull over DEX support and resistance, first off, you're going to get a bunch of variables, some pretty powerful stuff. In future videos, we'll show you exactly what each one of these are. This is basically just the introduction. We use a daily period, a weekly, a monthly, the intraday period. So the biggest ones that you're going to be trading in just about anything is going to be the daily and intraday period for those support and resistance lines. The thickness of the lines are there. You can change all different types of colors. You can have alerts. You can display sound files, all this great stuff. Once you apply your license key and push the button and get started, it applies these lines. Now, again, the lines are changeable in color. So if you have a black background, you can use lighter lines. If you're darker, it doesn't really matter. Now, these lines all have their own meanings, of course. And you can kind of see as you pare back just a little bit that there's a lot of them, right? But you can kind of see if you pull back and get a macro look on how valuable that information is. Now, when the asset is running underneath a line, it's called support once it hits it. Once it penetrates it and closes above it, that support line now becomes a resistance line. And so then all the habits and processes and elements of support and resistance that you're going to find that you're going to love this process works like a charm with this system. Being that we paired it up with a zigzag indicator to help with some of the workload and direction of that process and painting some of the lines on there, we find this indicator one of the most powerful that we ever made. Now, applying the information with this indicator should be one of the foundations of every single strategy that you use from this point on. Being able to visualize where the destination is of a pair and where it's been rejected or supported at in prior trades or prior movements is very, very important. The more times that a line has been touched, the thicker it gets along the way. So it kind of helps out with that strategy to know that those lines that begin to become those psychological lines in price action are very dependable over a longer period of time. This indicator also works well with other systems and other indicators as well. So you can apply trend reversals and stochastics and other things to this to help with that idealization of being able to know the direction. Maybe it's a rejection point, maybe there's strength, maybe there's volume issues. So there's a lot of stuff that can be used along the way. I want to thank you for taking time out to watch this quick intro. In future videos, we'll explain each one of the details and variables within the system and also start applying it to some strategies. I'm Max Farrell. This is DEXindicators.net. Look forward to seeing you inside and trade well.